Nobody's answering me back there.
Yeah.
So what's going on? If somebody could send that to me, that'd be great.
Talk to you. We're trying to do the comments from YouTube this time around. MTV, if you're in there, we see you this time.
We always see
the
YouTube chat.
But MTV, you have my heart.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for you.
We are going to be taking questions, like Rhea said, from the YouTube this week because, just got to say, 2 people may or may not have found love in the comments on YouTube last week.
Their names are allegedly Matt and Megan. We will see.
Matt and Meg. Snap
Matt and Meg. I hope you guys really do go on a date.
For Matt and Meg.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It could help with you.
You can jump in right now.
Yeah.
All right, and always, like always, Owens Mixers, guys, we're drinking it every episode this season. Tonight we had a nice whiskey with the ginger beer, which we were informed is a Kentucky Mule.
It's a Kentucky Mule. I was worried. I made up this concoction for the evening because on the Owens Mixers things, it tells you what it pairs best with. One of them was whiskey. I was worried that it would taste weird. It's apparently a Kentucky Mule, and it's delicious, I can confirm.
Amazing. So that's what we're drinking, Owens Mixers. We hope you guys are drinking it too. You can go to owensmixers.com, use the code BARSTOOL15 for 15% off your order, owensmixers.com.
Can't get on the YouTube comments, so I will be taking it from Twitter.
Why not?
Really? Damn, why not?
I can't.
All right. Twitter it is.
All right, YouTube
Unless
people.
I'm on my laptop, I can't get the
Roll through
YouTube comments. So YouTube, I love you a lot, but
how could that be possible?
Be on Twitter. It's possible. We have to move on with the show.
Okay.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe next time.
All right, so then it's going to Twitter.
Yeah.
How do we feel about tonight's episode, everyone? There was a lot of Ed and Chasen. I think we can just kick it right off with our opinions on Ed and Chasen. How do we feel?
Almost too much Ed and Chasen. If we're being honest, a little too much Ed and Chasen, and I could have done with a lot less of it.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake. Last week I was calling for Ed to be more involved in the show. I put up the screenshot of him last week being like, who is this guy? Nobody knew who he was. And now he's one of the main characters of the show, but it was just a little too much. Like, we got 3 segments, I think, out of Ed and Chasen, and it's just too much for me.
Too much.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Agreed,
Trent.
I love the irony. They did a competition about being the man-child, and they were both man-childs.
Yes.
Yeah. Tasha should have put him in a big T-shirt, like a get-along T-shirt, and that would have been an epic moment on the show.
Yes.
Because there was little boys bickering the whole time. It was Chad versus Brad, volume 64.
Yeah. They probably couldn't get the T-shirts printed fast enough. But
and Ed was holding the baby for a very long time, which I feel like you guys aren't going to like it, right? I like that, though. I like the straitjacket guy the first week. He wore it through the whole show. No, but listen, I got to be consistent, though, because if I like the straitjacket guy all the way through, I'm sitting here wearing a robe in front of you.
I've seen a picture of this.
It's too much.
I like the little props. Like, if the guy wears a straitjacket all the way through, he wears it the whole episode. Ed has got this fake baby. Chasen's yelling at him like, you're a piece of shit. And Ed's sitting there like...
So you like the commitment?
Yes,
yeah, you like
that.
You like a bit, like an ongoing bit.
Committed crazy person, though.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like what Blake did with the pants situation. It's like, all right, Blake, we get it. You don't have your pants on. Like, just put your pants on at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm getting the same vibes
with
the
Ed and the baby. It was funny for a little while. It was funny during the challenge when things started getting serious and there was like real beef and we were talking about like Tasha's relationships or whatever. He's still holding the baby. It takes away the seriousness of whatever Ed was trying to say.
But I kind of like
that. He was trying to be serious. It makes us laugh. But for Ed, he looks like a fool.
He looks like a fool.
Who do you think's being more belittled though? Like Ed, this is so nonchalant with the baby, or Chasen, he's reprimanding Chasen. He's got a baby. It's like, who's daddy?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
True,
I said that. Chasen has to know when that is happening that he's yelling at a guy holding a fake baby. It's just going to look hilarious on TV.
Yeah.
Nobody cares what he's saying. They're just going to focus on the baby.
It all started out in such a petty way, too. It was like a very petty name-calling situation. Like, Ed got all butthurt that Chasen said he had chicken legs, and really it all kind of snowballed from there. We saw so much of both of them. I think a big question this episode was how we all felt about Chasen calling Tasha a smoke show, because the men on the show made it seem like it was the worst thing. It was like he doesn't like Tasha. He called her a smoke show. Bennett thought it was a bad compliment. You don't call a woman a smoke show. But it's felt like on Twitter, most, not all, women would take that as a compliment.
My thoughts are, if they're talking behind your back and they're like, she's a smoke show, then I think it's a compliment. To your face, though, like, what up, you're a smoke show, like, I feel like you can word it better, but I still don't think I'm offended by it at all. Like,
He
I
didn't
think
say it to her, right? He was just saying it in
He
conversation.
was saying it in conversation,
he
which
said it to the guys.
I
He said
agree
it
with
to
you.
the
I think
guys.
it's
He's a
I think
smoke show. Like, that's
smoke show
fine.
in any capacity is a total fucking compliment. Like,
Yeah.
please shower me with smoke show compliments.
you don't want to be called
beyond.
ugly.
Right,
I'd rather be called
exactly.
smoke
It's
show.
amazing, but I do understand as to what you were saying, Rhea. If you're going to go up to somebody and give them a compliment or like kind of come in and sway their minds into bringing them like into talking to you, you don't say smoke show. That just sounds juvenile, I think, a little bit when you're trying to be serious.
Barstool Sports is very pro smoke show and
Yeah, I
have
feel
been,
like we can't
have
very
been for
pro.
a very long time.
Very pro.
Like I would love if someone called me smoke show. How about you?
I would take it. You
Yeah.
know? But like, here's the thing. I think the guys right now,
You
like,
take it,
they're
Tyler?
all-
Oh, okay.
He gets it enough.
I'll take it from you. But I think the guys are all like uber sensitive to try and find a reason to get chased.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and they said, oh, smoke show, not the most gentleman-like thing to say,
Right.
and they just ran with it. You
Right.
know.
Like what I had said on Instagram is maybe you don't call your future wife a smoke show.
But why not?
I still don't see why it's like I don't see any way that it's
But then at the end of
insult.
the day, like,
it's like
the
you look
highly
hot as
obvious
shit.
smoke show
That's
in
what
the
I
past.
think.
Because it's just like I
I'm
think
done
it's just
with
the
you.
younger guy version of like she's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
think
know?
so too.
So
Like I
it's
just
fair.
have no.
But can
no
you say
insult.
both?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like he's so bro-y San Diego. Like that's just a
Yeah.
common
True,
term for
true,
him.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he just, I don't know.
He
Well,
is
his
like a
name-
little
If
space cadet,
anything-
a little
His
bit.
name's Chasen.
Yes,
So it's
exactly.
like, what are we
Yeah,
talking
not even
about?
Chase.
When I don't know why, when I
Chaser.
think of him, I think of Connor S from my season.
Yeah.
And he just kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
has like that bro.
Yeah, that's
a good-
vibe,
yeah,
and,
good
like,
comparison,
she's a
yeah.
smoke show.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, like
Yes.
I think
Who
we're
we thought
taking
you
him a little
were
too
at
seriously.
first.
I also think Tasia maybe
What do
took
you
him a
think
little
of
too
me
But
now?
seriously.
I would say all those guys freaking. What just happened?
I don't know.
I would
We
say
had a
all those
little
guys
side combo.
freaking out about the word smoke show is a
Yes.
bigger loser move than anything chasing.
Huge.
Right.
Usually,
Which,
yes.
to be honest, I think shows where the drama the rest of the season is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because we said when Tasha was going to come in, this is a group of great guys. It seems like they're all pretty normal guys. So this is what we're going to be fighting over is that a bad thing?
It's
when
petty
we're
bullshit,
so
yeah.
used to crazy shit happening with Claire, and now this is kind of as wild as it's going to get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm not really into it. I'm going to be honest. Halfway through the episode, I said, this is boring.
Well, it's very procedural. Like it feels like we're going through the
Right,
process of.
we are at the point where
Like
I
she's
said this earlier
really
today.
talking to everyone.
Yeah.
She's kissing everyone. She's
Kissing
getting to know
everyone.
We're
everyone.
at the point where it's now back on track to the familiar Bachelor schedule. It's starting to get silly. It's starting to
Yeah.
throw in a couple of drama related topics that really have nothing to do with anything. It's the
right.
formula.
It's right on
is
cue
now in
for
effect.
for two contestants to hate each other.
Yes.
Correct.
That happens every season. Although it just sucks that it's Ed and Chasen because nobody cares.
Nobody
about
cares
that.
about
nobody
them.
cares. Yeah, unfortunately.
If it
nobody
was like Riley and somebody else, which we've been seeing, that's all right. We're into it.
Yeah.
Bennett, we're into it.
Like
Yeah.
if Ben got in the mix, or so like it's just.
Ben.
I love the
he's a
Batman
nice
and
guy.
Robin trip though. That was a pretty
That
good
was-
one.
it-
'cause
that
they
was
were
cool.
Batman
Okay.
and Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but
No.
the I'm Wolverine.
The Wolverine was
The-
terrible. That was the
Him,
worst thing
him being
ever.
like, yo man, like it's cool, like I'm Wolverine. Like there was not a shred of joke in his tone.
No, there was no
whatsoever.
joke
He was
because I
dead
specifically
ass
remember
about
from
that.
his bio, it said that his nickname is Wolverine.
No, he,
so-
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he
we
thinks
hated
he's
that.
Wolverine.
He
Yeah.
really does.
He fully
Because he
thinks
dressed
he's
up,
Wolverine.
like you said, on Halloween one
Right,
time.
he's
He
been
did.
Yeah,
dressing
one
up as
time, and
Wolverine.
he's-
Every,
I'm
he's one of
Wolverine
those
now.
guys who, when he was 8 years old, he's like, I'm Wolverine. And then when he's 18 years
Yeah.
old, he's like, I'm
still Wolverine.
Wolverine.
It's like Twilight when Jacob is the wolf and yep.
The real
Yeah,
issue is
exactly
not
like
with
that,
Chasen.
yes.
Yep.
The real issue is with Chasen's friends for allowing him to call himself Wolverine
Yeah.
for however many years old he
Very
is
good
now.
point.
Thank
know
you,
what I mean?
Tyler.
Like,
We've been saying
that's-
this for a
That's
while.
bad friends.
That is true. If you have the right people around you, they nip Wolverine in the bud right away.
You
Because
Right,
it's
or
just
you,
a weird
if
thing.
they're going on The Bachelor, they're like, hey man, don't
You lay
You
off
have
to
to
the
have
Wolverine.
friends
lay
that
low
will,
on the
that will
Wolverine
step
thing on
in.
the show.
Or if you're
But if
really
you're
good
friends-
friends, you're like, play up the Wolverine.
Yeah,
thing.
but-
do
Yes.
this as much as you can.
And then
Yes.
losing it in the
Yeah,
background.
right.
Yeah.
What if
right.
your friends are actually calling you Wolverine, like, yo, Wolverine?
Well, then
like,
you're screwed. Then
dapping
that's
you
it.
up,
Then
like-
that's the life that you lead, and then unfortunately
And
you're
that's
bringing it to the
unfortunate.
Bachelor.
Yeah.
Wolverine is a
That's
pretty
it.
sick nickname,
Is-
though. I
is
might
it-
start trying to
Yo,
work that in for
Wolverine.
myself.
It's way
No,
too
no,
long
no,
to
no.
be a nickname.
Yeah.
It's too
Wolverine?
long.
Yes,
Yeah,
Also,
you
way
gotta
too
like
long.
it's
wolf.
taken. Like it's taken.
Wolverine
you gotta.
is like.
I think
If
Wolverine.
you're
I
allowed
think.
to
I
long
think what's
wolf,
I thought
it would
this
be
was Wakanda
acceptable.
Forever. Who
this.
had it
Oh,
first?
that's a common misconception. That's this. Wolverine is this with the.
Oh, the fists are the
claws.
other way around.
Yeah, this way
Wow,
versus like
Kelly,
this way.
Very
Wait, what is
in,
it?
Yeah,
very
I know.
knowledgeable.
Oh my
of
I know. I pay
God.
attention to some
Superheroes.
shit. I pay
Yeah.
attention to some shit. You know, it's like,
Nice.
whatever. People think I don't, but I do.
She is spot on, and that's
As always.
exactly the difference.
Just a
He's got his
hilarious
long
thing.
ass nails.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Amazing.
I like Wolverine.
Ed and
Throw
Chasen
that out there.
drama happened the entire show. We did
Somebody
finally.
commented, Tyler seems uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Huh?
He hated the Wolverine talk. He's like,
To
oh,
be
okay.
I need a
honest,
bigger chair.
we have Tyler in the middle of all of us, and I'm looking on the screen. He looks so much bigger than all of us in the middle.
Yeah, no
mean,
TV.
He's slouching a little bit now. That helps.
Just
There you go.
like a
Sit up
big
straight.
man spread situation. Like you just really.
All right, on to Ed and
okay.
Chasen.
And TV
Okay.
is commenting on the YouTube. I can't
You gotta,
see it.
you gotta. Okay.
Next
Hi,
one.
MTV.
I don't really know how. Oh no.
But you're wearing the
Devin's
stuff.
got
Are we gonna talk about like
We need
know.
a computer.
the
That's
evening's
where we're
events?
at.
I'm
Oh, there
not
we
sure
go.
how down to.
There we go.
Oh, look at this.
All right, look.
Oh
we are
shit, YouTube! Watch out.
Crazy the technology we have in this office.
know.
All right, let's talk about the rose ceremony. We haven't seen a rose ceremony in so long that we almost forgot the guys that had already gotten roses. Like
Easy.
Brendan and Easy, like they had all gotten roses
Brendan,
already.
Easy,
it
Spencer,
almost
and
felt
that
like
was
they
it,
went
right?
home because
Yeah.
we had not seen them in so long. But that was not the case. They had their roses. 3 people went home. Peter and Montel, who were 2 of the new guys that came in, so we didn't they didn't speak one word.
It's fine. I saw
Besides their
Peter as,
limo
as an
entrance.
alleged villain last week. I'm over
Yeah.
it. He's gone. Not have to
Yeah.
worry about it.
That sucks though. I mean, you get to go
It does
on
suck,
and
but-
not say one word and then you're sent
He was
home.
also quarantined for however long.
Right.
That's a
You know
great
what I
point.
mean?
You don't get
Quarantine
one
for 2
line
weeks.
on
You get
TV.
one night. What's up, girl? And then you're gone.
Out.
Like that
Ugh.
blows. It does blow.
Not
Big
one line on TV. NJ,
Straight
which
jacket
was
guy.
straight jacket guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Trent,
good
do you
run.
have any
do
parting
you
words
think?
for him?
No, I mean, I've enjoyed his time. I don't know if he said a word since the first night while wearing the straitjacket.
I don't think so either.
But he had a good run. You commit to those bits; they only work for so long, and then he's just gone now. We'll never think about him ever again.
Yeah.
You know?
For the occasional funny tweet, maybe a reminiscing moment, but
Yeah,
no, I will
me
never. He'll
wearing
never
a
occupy my space. in my
No.
brain again.
So it's just over. Those 3, like that, wasn't like a big deal for those
Yeah.
3 to go home.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's shocking going home.
Yeah. To be honest, the first half of this episode, we were distracted and
We
Thank
can't
you
talk
for bringing
about
it
it.
up because
Ashley
I
and
just feel like I-
Ashley and Jared were on this episode.
That's
There was
right.
like
Yes,
there's a
they did a
whole
weird, like,
date.
teacher
Bennett can't
situation.
spell limousine.
apparently.
That was the biggest shock of the episode, probably.
Yeah.
It truly was.
It
truly
probably was.
Yeah.
He got a little cocky.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
he went to
seemed to be.
Harvard.
Yep.
He went
did.
to Harvard.
Which-
Trent, what's this? Will you tell us
Feel
about
much
your robe
better
a
about
little
my
bit?
education.
Like, you can just throw
I
it out
didn't
there,
even go to
considering you
college.
already posted on your Instagram.
I don't know how much I can say about the robe.
Okay, Bennett came and dropped off the robe for you, and
Correct.
then he left.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bennett, my arch nemesis turned guy that I liked, now potentially my best friend,
Yes.
came and dropped off this
Correct.
robe for me. He had one as well. We took a picture, and then he was out of here.
Yep.
There's my guy Bennett in a robe also. That was
Looking
sort of
great.
the thing. But yeah, he stopped by, gave me a robe. Everything's great. Me and Bennett, we're on the up and up. I'm really
Yeah.
excited about our new friendship, our blossoming
I'm
friendship.
going totally out of order here, so let's go back to this
I
because
think-
I jumped to the rose ceremony. What did we think of Bennett's move getting into the bed?
I
with
think
Tayshia?
Bennett won just because of his chest hair. So he had the most grown man chest I've ever seen. in
Yeah,
a
looks
long
like
time.
it did.
I have
He really
6
did.
hairs. They're spotted everywhere. He's got a whole fur.
Is it only 6 or is it like 8? Should we? We can count them. Continue.
Get
I'm
those
sorry.
views.
Continue. Bennet's chest
Not
hair.
tonight,
Bennett's
Kelly.
chest
Not
hair.
tonight.
Bennett's chest hair.
Calm down, Kelly.
MTV's
Trying to
in the
get
chat.
those viewers
And if I wasn't
in. You think I
uncomfortable
don't know?
before,
You think I don't know? Come on.
Bennett did the same thing,
Hey,
similar
if
to
you
the.
weren't going to say it, somebody was.
Yeah, that was good.
Had to say it.
Similar to Ed with the baby, Bennett wore the robe the whole time, which again I respect. I'm a guy. I'm sitting in a robe right now, so
He
You
committed
look
to it.
comfortable.
Well,
I feel
we-
jealous.
and-
I'm a
You do
little
look good.
warm.
You hot? Yeah, it looks a little warm. I will
wearing
say.
this
Yeah, it
thing.
is a sweatshirt
Very
and the
thick
hat.
robe.
And the,
I know that
yeah.
sweatshirt's thick.
I'm sweaty.
I will
Yeah.
say, as
hat,
uncool
well.
as it was for Ed to continue to hold the baby, because it was technically like the last place man-child prize, Bennett continuing to wear the robe is what he has to do, considering that is what won him, whatever, what was it, the Grown-Ass Man Award?
The grown ass
Yeah,
man
yeah,
award.
yeah.
Like,
Grown
Then it
Ass
was
Man
man child
Award.
award and grown ass man award. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Even though he didn't participate in the tug of war. So I'm not gonna lie, that immediately disqualifies him in my book.
Me
I
too.
think it disqualifies
You gotta be
him for
able to get down and
sure.
dirty.
I was immediately done with Ed in that. Like, you're going to
No,
talk.
no, Bennett.
Bennett, yeah.
Never
Tug of
mind.
war. So-
Never mind.
the-
I got nothing to say
I
about it.
will talk shit about the fact
Never
that Bennett
mind.
did not do that. I think that's dumb. It seemed a little bit like a little whiny.
No,
Whatever.
but
like
if you have injuries, you know.
Was that his excuse? I didn't
Yeah,
even hear
he
that,
had,
to
he
be
had,
honest.
he had an injury.
And
so
I'm
that's why he
perfectly
was
sober
out.
right
All
now.
right, all right. I feel like he didn't let us know, like, I got an injury. I feel like
But then
he was
I'm
very
gonna
much
have
like,
the totally opposite take on Ed.
Me
because
too. I was just thinking that. I was like, I gotta keep my
Exactly.
Bennett thing tight.
I think it matters what the extremities are. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's a leg thing
Okay.
compared to a shoulder thing. I was pissed about that. I got torn shoulders. I'm fighting. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna go. I was gonna support Bennett and then go against Ed.
Yeah,
So.
that's what I said.
Right.
I'm on
Well,
the same
because
ship.
also what you can't do is get mad about Noah getting involved in the group
Can't do
date
that, yeah.
because it was your own fault. You forfeited. So the only reason Noah's on this date is because you didn't
do it,
wrestle. If
yeah.
he did wrestle, it would have been fine. But this wrestling date, I feel like was more intense than Tayshia thought it was going to be. Guys are getting hurt. They're greased up. Tyler, how would you have felt if you were painted up and down with
oiled
some oil?
up with a paintbrush.
Paintbrush.
By Tayshia.
You know,
Like a piece of
Specifically.
meat.
like a literal
be all
piece
right.
of
Yeah,
meat. Like a.
you gotta understand. Like you're in the mode. Like, hey, anything to win right now at this point. You know, like it's competition. It's a dog
Anything
eat dog
to
world.
win.
You're gonna sit back like you know.
You got to win your wrestling match.
Yeah, you gotta win
Yeah.
a wrestling match.
We were talking during the show how funny it is that people were freaking out about the dodgeball game and what all went on during that, and
Yeah.
now they're just greasing dudes up and throwing them in a ring and like, let's see it.
and I probably
Literally,
wouldn't
yeah.
mind getting greased up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah?
You
Tyler,
got the,
I
you got
have
the
a
figure
question.
for it for sure.
You
Flip
do.
side. Me and Ted are gonna do this. We're gonna wrestle this next. You're like a big wrestler, aren't you?
I know.
I'm gonna grease it up and go for it.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay. I mean, I can't back out now.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I have a
There
question
are
for
a
you,
lot
Tyler,
of
though,
them.
for real, about when it comes to like group dates and stuff. Does that feel like a release of adrenaline? Do you like these like guy on
The
like
the
tough
competition
guy
ones?
athletic competitions? Like you're
Or
you're
would
like
you
an
rather be
athlete. You're a
drinking
person
wine, like,
who
in
likes
France?
sports.
I would have like I missed out on the rugby one, which I would have
Okay.
loved. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But does it kind of like help you let off steam or something? Like I always feel like they push these dates on the guys, and it's almost as if it's the opportunity for them to like
Right.
let
Well,
off
It
steam
just
and like beat the
you
shit
get
out of
a
each
bunch
other.
of testosterone in
yeah.
a room, and it just heightens. And you
Yeah.
guys, you know, it's like, and then there's that one guy, you know, Ed's like, I'm gonna see Chase, and he's like gritting his teeth, and then he didn't fight or
Yeah.
anything.
Sure,
Guys
yeah.
being
The
dudes.
question really is, who are these dates for now? Because we don't really
Very
even
much so.
watch them. Like
No.
they just happen, and if something cool happens, we watch it. But otherwise, I just sort of like I'm looking at my phone for most of these
The
dates.
group dates have gotten more and more boring just because they can't go anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. Is right
Yeah.
now they can't go nowhere, and like they could be skinny dipping in Lafayette or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Agreed.
Yeah. Or just
Agreed.
in the backyard of the resort.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And instead they're just.
Have we seen a single hot tub? I keep putting it on the.
It's coming up.
Is it for real? Because I keep putting it on the drinking game. As usual, a hot tub is the #1 focus of almost every single episode.
Yeah.
Suddenly, there are no hot tubs in sight. So I really hope that it comes soon.
Probably
Or an
because
ambulance.
it's like
Yeah. Or an
130
ambulance.
degrees in Palm Springs and they're like.
But
Yeah, that's
just
also
get in,
true,
but
Frank.
Get in
Get
there.
in there. Get
Come
in
on.
the cold tub.
It's
Get
La
in-
Quinta. They
let's
definitely have
change
like
it
a
up.
hot
Yeah.
tub somewhere.
Oh, they
Yeah.
absolutely do, but it's very warm when they're.
I
filming.
never even once thought about the temperature.
Sun
I
goes
always was like
down.
hot tub. That's all that matters.
Still
Are
hot.
the hot tubs actually hot? Is also a
No,
question.
that's what I'm saying.
What I've
Maybe
heard
they're
from
cold.
them is it
Maybe
was
they're
hot
room
as all get
temperature.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
miserable
I
hot.
believe it.
Were
I
you
believe
ever in
it.
a hot tub?
I never made it that far.
Damn.
I mean,
I was
you
going to ask
you were
if
the
the hot
runner-up.
tubs were warm or
I just
cold.
never got in a hot tub. I don't know.
I was like kicking much
For a
further.
second, I was like,
Yes.
damn, that sucks. And then I
Literally.
remembered.
Yeah.
You lost.
Can't get.
Ed not doing it. So
I did not mean to say that. I'm sorry.
My support for Ed is now gone after he refused to
Yep.
partake in the wrestling match against
Yeah.
Chasen.
Yeah.
It's just like, just do it. And he waited until after he was shirtless, after they painted him with
Yes.
grease, and then he was like, Chris Harrison, I can't
Look.
do this. My shoulders hurt.
My problem too is he went to Chris. You gotta go
Yeah.
to Tasha and talk
Yeah.
to Tasha.
You
like,
got to, yeah.
You know, that was,
Yeah,
that was weak.
and if he thought he had a chance to win, he would have sucked it up and done it. But
That's what I'm
because he was
saying.
intimidated by Chasen, that's when the shoulders start
You
to be a
have
problem.
to. There is no point where, like, if you're going into a thing like that where you know that you're gonna have to be exerting yourself physically, if you have a sudden problem, you don't think you can do it. You say that before you like get greased up and go
Right.
out there. Like all of a sudden, you're
Right.
unclear about what's about to happen.
Right. If he was going up against Dr. Joe, he might have gone out
he
there.
might have gone out there.
Which
yeah.
is, I just want to say, adore Dr.
we
Joe.
love Dr. Joe.
Poor guy had
as
to
a
go
group.
against Easy.
Yeah. It's
Oh
just,
God, I
Right.
know.
Right.
I know.
Like,
so
if
mismatched.
anybody
Wolverine,
should have a
you know?
bad shoulder
For
in
real.
that situation,
So
it was
mismatched.
Dr. Joe to be like,
Yeah.
a lot of
He's like, I'm just
Yeah.
a
like,
lot of late nights at the hospital.
yeah. I read a lot of
Carrying
books.
this thing
Like
on my
I'm
back.
super
A lot of
smart.
patience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy.
There's really.
I mean, his trash. I was like, I think you're a really nice guy.
What do we think
yeah,
of Chasen's trash talking? Because before we went to a commercial break, he said Ed wasn't gonna wake up in the morning and Big Mama was gonna
murder?
I thought
Threatened
Chasen was about to
murder before the
Ed.
commercial? Yeah, that was fucking weird
Yeah.
by Chasen. Like, you
Right.
shouldn't have
That's
done
not
that.
allowed. You can't murder a guy on the show.
How do you
Although
rate
we would
his
love to
trash
see it.
talk as someone
That's
who
bottom of
was-
the barrel right
Yeah.
there.
Were you a trash talker playing football?
Oh yeah, I like
Yeah.
to talk my trash. I got in a little bit of trouble for it, but that's what makes
Trent,
it
how
fun.
about you?
Interesting.
Not really. Pretty
Just
quiet.
being shaking hands on
Yeah,
the
just
field.
like, yeah, it's
Two
just
different
pretty-
kinds of
Friends,
players
everybody
over
here.
here.
He's like, you're a nice
Guy in the
guy.
room. That's
You know,
right.
just out here playing a sport.
Happy to play with you.
Yeah.
Go team.
Everybody,
Happy to be
let's
here.
all just have fun out here today.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We both win.
Yeah, we all win today.
Oh,
man.
boy.
All right, so Dr. Joe, we love him. He has been great. I think Ivan has been a standout that we
Yes.
have liked a lot
We
as
love
well.
him, yes.
Hearts for Ivan.
Big hearts.
All these guys are pretty smooth. Like, I think everybody has some good moves.
Zach C.
Zach C.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Very
Donahue,
smooth.
Jr.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
very much so.
Tyler, are there any guys that you like?
I like Ivan.
Yeah.
I like Zach C. I think those are the smoothest guys there. Bennett entertains me. He's hilarious. We need more Riley. We're not getting enough Riley. Those are my early favorites, Bennett and Riley. But after that, I think it drops off pretty.
Yeah.
I thought Ben was a nice guy. I think Ben's the guy that you're friends with, and no matter what time of night it is or how drunk you are, he comes and picks you up and is your DD. Like, good ass guy.
Everybody needs a Ben then.
Everyone
I think
needs
that's
Ben.
I think that's a very good assessment. I feel similarly.
Yeah, yeah. Are we Noah with the mustache or without the mustache?
Without.
Without is much better.
100%
Noah
without.
went-
With,
He
so it
looks
gives us
great.
a
He looks
chance.
hot.
Noah went from being like an absolute creep to the star of 90210.
Yeah,
Immediately
100%.
when the stash was
It's
removed.
Yeah, look
even
at
His
him.
Instagram is
even
blowing
Tasha
up.
was
Great.
shocked at how bad. Like the
Yeah.
mustache went, and as she was shaving it, she was like, "Oh my god."
I know. It
my
wasn't
God,
even done
it's
yet, and she was
beautiful
like,
man.
"Jesus Christ, this is different."
Look at
It's like
that.
that's how
That's
you
great.
know.
And he's going to be the villain, I think, at some point, if the previews are correct. But he looked even more like a villain with the mustache. Now he just looks like a normal, good-looking guy. So I
Yeah.
think that's going to work in his favor.
I agree.
Is there any, like, does he have it back? Have we seen his Instagram? Or
I don't know.
Oh, he's a travel nurse, no?
I think so. We haven't given
Yes,
it like a
but
good
I
stop,
don't.
but now
I
we
haven't
will.
seen any current photos to see
No.
if the mustache ever came
He
back or
seemed
not.
very hesitant to part ways with it.
Yeah.
Which I would understand.
He
Like,
said it
I
was
can't
a
really grow a
huge part
mustache.
of his life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if I could, like.
You have a mustache
You
right
are-
now.
But it's like not really, though.
Let's
I mean,
shave
but
it off.
yes.
Bring out the razor.
No.
It was a razor.
It is light, and
Somebody
it
comes
doesn't,
out dancing. with
doesn't
the
really
razor.
connect in the
I mean,
middle.
the hair is there. You just need like a
I say
little.
connect. You're being too
You need a
hard on
little.
yourself.
It's light. It's
Wait,
you've
hair
got
dye.
light
Do you have a
hairs.
goatee?
Yeah.
Yes, he
That's
does.
called?
Yeah, I do.
Do you
Yes,
feel
he
cool
does.
about that?
No, it's like the best I can do with what's going on up here.
But
I think
feel
it's
like
a good
goatee
goatee.
is by far the coolest name of a facial
Yeah,
hair.
but I don't know if
Agreed.
it's like, you know.
I think it works for you, Trent. I don't think I could look at you without the goatee. Like, what would your face be
it
without
would
it?
look unfortunate. But
Like, well, I just don't know what your chin would look like.
You
no
don't
one
have
will,
one.
no one will ever find out.
No one will know.
Never.
Yeah. I've never seen you with
I don't know how
How
we
long
got
have
here.
you had that?
Forever.
Like,
I've
Um,
never. I don't think I've ever
Did
known
you
you
have it
without
last
it.
season when you were the
Oh yeah.
oh, we've
Yeah.
never seen Trent with.
It's yeah,
No.
probably for
That
like a
bad.
decade.
At
We're
least.
sneaking it. I know where you live.
Don't,
I know where you
don't
live,
sneak
Trent.
in and
I'm
you're gonna
Yeah, yeah.
shave
sneaking
my
into
face.
Trent's
Should we do a
apartment
poll
tonight.
or like
It
a
might
charity
be,
event to get him to
Yeah,
shave?
Sending-
Come on.
Venmo us.
If-
Yeah. Venmo us. We'll go and do it.
I'll shave mine, you shave yours.
Well, you had to put charity into it, didn't you?
Yeah,
You
now
had
we-
to do
It's for
charity.
the kids, Trent.
You had to do
It's for the
charity.
kids. You have no
It's for the
choice.
kids.
Let's get back to Noah.
ABC
Yeah.
stores. You can
Super
help
fair,
out me
super
and Matt
fair.
and the kids
I
in New York
just,
City.
Yeah.
I look so weird without it, so we can't
All
do
right.
it.
I'm gonna
Well-
do some research on that.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. We'll think
we'll
about
go
it.
back to Noah. Noah, and it is funny because I keep saying Noah's name and I keep just automatically thinking our
About-
producer
yeah,
Noah
the-
and
Miss
not
Noah.
Miss Noah.
It's uncomfortable.
hard to have two of them together in the same name.
Agreed.
He gets to stay on the date because of jumping in the ring, and he fought Chasen, and it got very aggressive.
He was a team player, I thought. Noah. He came in, he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever, I'm down. I'll get oiled up. I'll come in here. I'll beat the shit out of this guy.
Right.
Fran, I think that you said something very important, and it swayed my whole thoughts about him during that fight. You were like, oh, remember, he's one of 11 kids,
Yeah.
and he's going to, like, beat the shit out of somebody. And I was
And I
like,
think
that's
he's, like,
or
the
he knows
youngest
how to
one.
fight, you said. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's 100%. So I was rooting for him and thinking he's going to win this in a landslide.
Right.
Not
Tyler's
quite-
got brothers.
not
I
quite
bet
the
you
case.
like.
We wrestle a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Of
you
course,
go.
you can hold your own.
There you go.
My brother used to wrestle me. I don't know.
So I let him know like, you're
Kids
still
beat the
a
shit
little
out of
brother.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
how you
we
establish
used to,
dominance.
I don't know. I feel like that was the thing.
Yeah, I know.
You were the
Especially
older
when
sibling.
when you
Did
have
you
tons
wrestle
of
your
kids.
kids?
My kids.
Your kids, yes, your kids.
Your
I never
younger
wrestled with my
siblings?
brother, but I'm lazy, so I would never do that. I would just be like,
Hey,
you're
you
a
have
bitch and
one
walk
brother
away.
because he didn't
that's-
want
I'd be like, you
wrestle.
suck.
Yeah.
I'm all about like the verbal, mental abuse,
Yeah.
not physical.
Yeah. Playing the long game.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Aggressive in my
wrong.
house.
Not picking a fight with Kelly.
Yeah. no.
Exactly.
Yep.
Don't
No,
do
no,
it,
do
Tyler.
not pick a fight with
The
Kelly.
thing
Play
I
the
didn't like
long
about
game.
that whole thing with Noah is that the guys then blame Noah for what was happening
Yeah.
when it's really Ed's fault
Yep.
for
Yeah.
just bowing out.
Yep.
I get that they're mad that like, oh, it's not his date, he's not supposed to be in it. No, that's not how it works. You can do whatever you want all the time.
And he got the group J rose, which obviously
That made them very mad.
that
There are no
was-
rules.
Yes, it
There are
is.
no rules.
Yeah, but there are no rules. We forget.
Oh.
He's like Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
it
There are no
actually kind
rules.
of has that look to
I mean,
it.
him getting the group date roast. he
You
did it.
readjusting the robe and tightening it right
Yeah,
now
true,
is
true,
just
true.
like, hilarious
Just
to
making
watch.
sure. Making
I
sure
don't
it's all
wanna-
set.
I don't want. Okay.
I understand.
It's no, I like Noah in this moment, but I am worried about the previews that he's going to be an asshole. But right now, I like
Fair.
Noah a lot.
It does seem like he might team up with Chasen.
Right. Which
Bad.
bad.
Do you think everyone's officially out on Chasen? It seems
Yeah,
like
I-
everyone's
I
sick
am.
of his shit.
I'm
At
out
one
on
point, at one point, Jason said,
Hold on.
"Muy caliente."
Ed or
I showed
Chasen?
Tyler
Ed or
that
Chasen?
TikTok.
Ed or
You watched
Chasen?
that TikTok of
Yeah, it was
Chasen.
awful.
Terrible.
What was it? What?
That you gotta see
I
it.
could do it.
Chasen did a TikTok of him dancing, and everything that he was in this episode was him in this TikTok.
It's embarrassing.
It was it's an incredibly brutal TikTok to the point
It's so
where
bad.
you think like he's got to be joking. It's that bad. You
No.
know,
It's-
here
it's
we'll
a-
have
it is a
a
non-
live viewing for Trent to watch.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's-
non-ironic post.
Did he break his arm?
Right. It felt non-ironic,
No, he's just
but it
wearing
was
like a. Is he
very
wearing a
That's the
mask?
thing with that's the thing with TikTok is you have towing the line of ironic and not ironic
Yeah.
is tough. I
It's
think.
it's the most minimal thing I've
Right,
ever
and if your
seen.
name is Chasen and your name is Chasen, really that's
Right.
all it is. You
Yeah,
can't, it's
yeah.
hard to be it's hard to be ironic.
Right.
It is.
Right.
It
So that's
is.
where we left off, to be honest. There wasn't kind of like any big moment this episode. We did finally get a rose ceremony, but this Ed Chasen drama is going to continue since they're both here. Looks like Noah's going to jump into the mix of kind of getting a little everyone's arguing that because he's so young, it's not going to work. He's so much younger than all the other guys. I kind of think Tasha likes a younger guy.
25,
think so,
25
too.
29 isn't that crazy either.
It's
No.
not.
Like
No.
they were like they're acting like it's 15 years. It's 4 years.
And this sounds kind of bad, perhaps, but I feel
I think
like
I know where you're going with this.
no, I just
Yeah.
feel like sometimes women like to cling to their youth a little bit more because that's how, not to get into how the structures of
Yeah. But
of
also,
how that's forced upon us. But
yeah.
he's a younger guy, he's more fun, maybe not necessarily marriage material.
And going
but-
off of that too, it's like it's not that he has maybe experienced quite as much, so she's there to like intercept a
Yeah,
little bit of
yeah.
the potential trauma that could
My
have come
grandma
before
did
he would
always
see
tell
her
me to
again.
marry a younger man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to date somebody younger than me. I always like going for. I always
feel the
dated
same.
older.
I feel the
Well, because
same.
you're still young.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's,
Anybody
Yeah.
younger would be illegal.
Yeah.
right.
Bitch, you
Tyler
are
nailed it.
young.
Tyler nailed that. That's true.
Rhea
You
can't
haven't
go
even
for
hit
it.
25.
You're
Yeah,
younger.
literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
I'm not even 25.
You can't even rent a car on your own yet.
Yep. True.
Damn.
Oh wow.
That's all Rhea all things she can't do.
Damn,
I think
guys.
that's literally it.
I
You
think
just
that's
can't rent
it.
a car.
25 is the learning a car
That's
is the last thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
the spot.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've never rented
All right.
a car. It's fine.
Do
Questions.
you want to take some questions from the YouTube?
I have a question
Yes,
for
where
y'all.
we're at.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Tyler.
If you
You
had to
may
give a
get
rose-
the first
If you
question.
have a rose to give to Chasen or Ed, who are you giving it to?
Jason, personally. Ed sucks.
That sucks.
He
To
just
be
was-
honest,
he-
there-
I'm
I
just
just
so
want
over
to. I want to
him.
rip my rose in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess I'd give it to
Throw
Chasen.
it in the garbage
Chasen.
and give it to neither of them.
Yeah, Chasen.
Oh God.
That's a tough one.
I think Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't like this.
I
Don't like-
respect you sticking to your ground, friend.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard.
Remember, Ed had a perfect SAT score in math.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, but did he sleep through it? Because looks like it. I don't know.
Who you got, Rhea?
You got to make a choice. You're on the clock. You've got 5 seconds.
The
Five.
thing is, If I'm going
4,
based off looks, I'm going Chasen.
3,
But if I'm going based
2,
off personality, I'm going Ed.
1.
The
Okay,
stress.
there we go. There's the answer.
And I'm usually a
Okay.
personality person, so I'm gonna go for Ed.
Ed.
Okay. Fair,
Okay,
fair.
Rhea, time to take some questions.
But I kind of hate Ed. Or anyways.
Okay.
It's all right.
It's a tough question.
Think
Questions,
about it for
everybody.
weeks.
I'm on the YouTube page right now, and I can read all your questions. I actually already had a question in mind that I saw. Kelly, how did you feel tonight being in the same room as Bennett?
Ooh, well, I think I might throw
sequin-
that back to
the
all of
sequin
you.
pants say it all.
Yeah, I was like, obviously I wore the sequin pants because I had to look pretty good. I'll throw that actually back to all of you guys. Do you think I kept my cool tonight? You think
You
I was
did.
being cool?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
felt like I was being cool, but then at a certain point I was like, oh shit, I'm definitely not being cool right now. Like I was turning around a lot and like chilling
No, you
and
did.
whatever.
And I will
then
say
they were
a
gone, so it
major
wasn't a long
plus,
time,
you've got
but-
some big heels on,
Yes, I do.
and he was still taller than you.
Yeah, yes, which you know
Major.
what? Mm,
And you're a
Very
tall
good things
girl.
to
Very
come.
important.
Good things to come.
I think you
Very
handled it
sweet.
well. I
He's
think you handled
also
it really well.
Thank you, Trent. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. He's also very sweet. A very, very nice guy. Seemed cool. Chilled with us. Was cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. This one's kind of iffy, but I'll ask it. Are they slowly editing out Easy? It feels like they're just going to phase him out because of the allegations.
We thought that early on
Yeah,
in
we
tonight's
talked about
episode.
that,
We
yeah.
thought it because we hadn't seen Easy at all. But then he got.
They showed him
Yeah.
more.
I don't know. I don't know. But I
It
think.
seemed like not. I mean, they showed him a lot last week, and they knew about it then.
I would say though, I think it's tough because we're focused on him. He got a rose last week, so he's not going to be like the focus of this week.
There's
you
like
know?
Brendan.
it's-
Like, bro, we got
yeah,
no
There are
Brendan.
plenty of guys to still fade into the background for a week, and then you think that they're gone, but they're
Yeah.
not. You know, it's like because he already got a rose, so it's. I feel like we can't really tell.
Yeah, I
what
think
they're
right
doing
now we
at this
don't
point.
know what
Yeah.
they're gonna do.
Yeah.
What they've decided.
Yeah. Yeah.
After this episode, who do you guys think is the front runner?
I think it's Zach C.
Ooh.
I still think Zach C.
I agree. Actually,
I think Noah's
across the
close
board.
just
I
because
haven't
of
seen enough of him, but
recency bias. Yeah, I think it's Zach C. Every time Tasha and him are together, it seems like they have good chemistry.
Yeah. Oh wait, I actually want to change my answer and say Brendan because I think that Tasia and Brendan have a little bit of like a, I don't know, under the surface level connection more
Yeah.
so
Which
than
one
we're
was Brendan?
seeing. Yeah, because the one who also was like divorced.
She
They
kept-
both.
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
She kissed him when he kept talking.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I feel like they vibe. They are good with each other.
Who would you say,
And I'm
Tyler?
interested to see how that goes.
do we have any questions for
I
Tyler
like
in the
Spencer. I
chat?
think I like
Oh,
Spencer.
yeah,
I think I
yeah.
like Spencer to be the front
Spencer?
runner right now in her eyes.
Spencer.
Right, as of this point right now.
Spencer's
Yeah.
I think
hot,
she
so
like knows
confirmed.
like he's hot, like we hit it off, it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think he's end game.
Okay. Was he wearing a jean shirt at one point?
He was
Chambray, I think
he had
is
his
the correct
shirt tucked
word.
into his
Yes.
khaki pants.
He
I thought
played
was gonna
lacrosse.
Sell some cars.
So that's
Of course he did.
What is the word?
he looks like a
Chambray.
lacrosse player.
Never heard that before.
It's like that light, like soft. It looks like jean material, but it's not quite.
Interesting.
They're coming in almost too fast. I feel like.
Okay, I got one. Who would Tyler let wear the salmon jacket this season?
Oh, good question.
Ooh, who I let wear it? Gotta go with my guy Bennett.
Yeah.
You know, Bennett.
Yep.
I think
Bennett definitely
I think
would wear a
Bennett
salmon
would pull
jacket.
it off, do it really well, and he would give it like that yacht week vibe.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Love that accent with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was-
I saw
That was a good.
What
Was that, was
what
that
accent
your, was that
was
your
that?
rich smart guy accent? I love that.
That was my Harvard.
Yacht
You know
week.
what that was? Can we cuss on your shit?
No.
Yes, you can. Yes,
Yeah,
you can.
no,
Barstool.
you're not
You can
allowed
do
to
whatever
curse
the hell
on
you
this
want.
show.
Yacht week. Okay, as long as
Yeah.
we've had that.
Kelly,
established.
that
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
even.
Tyler
I mean,
looks like a giant next to you guys.
yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
Maybe we shouldn't have put him in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
VIP.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, thoughts on Ben's choice to be the very last to talk to Tasha? What did we think of Ben overall? I'm seeing a lot
That
of
was
questions about
lazy.
him.
It was lazy of
Lazy.
Ben to not. You got to fight for time. You can't just like sit and think
I'm-
she's gonna come to Tasha.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Just
with
go.
you.
That's a rookie move.
Just go do
You
it.
gotta get it whenever you can.
You don't want to
Absolutely.
be the guy talking to the interview, camera being like, I just can't get enough time with her. Noah's been back there twice now. Like, just go do it, man.
Exactly.
What's your advice for a group date? How do you make sure you get time? Do you go and interrupt people or?
You just go when you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If sitting around on your hands is not gonna get anything
Yeah,
done. You
which
know?
is kind of
and
what
and you
he
have
did.
like you sense it. You know when it's your time. You know when it's time to go. You know and I think he was like, I'm gonna wait till the end, and it was just the whole backstory of Noah just recirculating, and then
Yep.
boom, it was over for him.
Yeah.
It was kind of uncomfortable to watch Tasha be like, sorry, the night is over.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
tough.
It was tough.
All right, let's all rank our top three,
Oh.
including Tyler. People
Oh
really
wow,
want to
that's
know.
a hard one.
We did it on the podcast last week, and I'm going to
Yep.
stick with mine. I'm going Zach C, I said I want to stick with mine, but I kind of want to take away Ben. Zach C, Noah, and then I'm torn between Ben and Brendan, but I'm gonna go Ben.
Okay, that is what you said last week.
It is, and I feel like I would be a coward if I backtrack, so I'm gonna keep it.
Kelly, you want to give your top 3?
Yes, I'm going to go with Brendan, Zach C, and I'm trying to think of the third person. Ben, I think. Brendan, Zach C, Ben. With a special, I think that Noah is going to create like some drama, some tension.
Yeah.
And I think that those guys are going to be for real, and he's going to be the ancillary, like Luke P type guy. I foresee that for him personally.
Yeah, mine is Brendan, Zach C, and Noah. I think Noah's he's gonna be prominent.
Yeah.
I think I'll leave out a huge name, Ivan.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Ivan's definitely
Great
in my top
point.
3, maybe number 1. I think he's the smoothest, sweetest, nicest guy there. I like Zach C a lot.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go with. I think Noah's gonna have a strong showing now that the mustache is. The real superpowers are gonna start coming out. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a fair
Just
thing
holding
to
them
say. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's good. I feel like that is a good top 3 because you're safe. Like you got the wild card, which is Noah. The safe choice is Zach C. And Ivan is such a sweet guy.
Very nice.
Such
So
a sweet guy. Mine is Zach C, Ben, and Riley. That's what I gave last week. I'm
Good one.
sticking to that as
Ah,
well.
Riley. Yeah.
All right,
Yes, I
Riley.
forgot about Riley
Yeah.
for a minute.
Yeah, we love Riley.
We love him.
All right. We got any other questions, or do we want to go to our?
No, I think we're good. I
End
think we're
of
good
the
on the
evening.
questions. I think we're moving on
Okay.
to the
Yeah.
rose and the cut.
It is the final portion of the evening, which is who do we give our rose to, and whose stem are we cutting? Trent,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to start with you tonight,
All
pal.
right. I'm gonna cut Ed's.
Okay.
I feel like we had a
Damn.
whirlwind romance, him and I, for this last week.
You definitely did.
Yeah, I wanted him to get more involved. I got
Trent,
my wish.
Right. Trent was making
And-
too many "Who's this guy" jokes,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah, it
Almost
backfired.
a one-night stand. Like a whirlwind is the correct
Pretty
way to
much.
describe it, I
So
think.
Trying to have
I'm
a one-night stand with
and-
Ed.
Yes.
I did.
Very much so.
And he gave up on the competition, so I'm out on Ed. And then I'm going to give my rose to a guy that we have not mentioned yet, Wells. I love seeing Wells. Every time
Love
he
this.
appears on the show, it makes me happier. He's the bartender in Paradise, obviously. He helped Chris Harrison call, I believe, was the
Wrestling.
The wrestling, yeah. So anytime I see Wells, it makes me happy. So shout out to Wells. He's getting my rose.
Okay.
Nice.
Kelly.
I'm cutting the stem of the producer who was in charge of telling Chasen to like act the way he was acting. I feel like he is definitely more normal than is being portrayed right now, and I think he's definitely being egged on and like reassured that the way he's acting is normal, but it's not, and so I blame them for that. I'm cutting their stem. Come on, Jason's cooler than this. We can do it. I feel like my rose, I'm having a hard time because I would like to maybe give it to Wells. I
Yeah.
love him
Yep.
so much. I also want to give it to somebody like Noah, weirdly. I think that he came in. Oh fuck! I'm not stealing your. I'm not stealing
okay,
it. I
you can give it-
swear.
we can give them
I don't know
double.
why that was in
People
the back
can
of my
get more
head.
than one
I
rose.
looked right at
People
Rhea
can
and
get
she was like, "Fuck!"
People can
I
get more
swear to
than
God, I
one
didn't
rose.
think
Yeah,
about it.
damn.
But I
Are we all
don't want
gonna
to either give it
one
to him
rose?
either because I kind of hate him at the moment.
Okay, don't give it to him.
I still
that's
think
fine.
he's like a little bit of a villain. But that was my top 2, and I think I'm gonna go Wells a little bit like you.
That's fine.
I
okay.
love
I mean,
him.
he's a great
I
guy.
love seeing
Real
him.
original, Kelly.
Yeah.
I know. I really didn't have an original thought there, but
Yeah.
yeah, thank you, Trent, for
Tyler.
helping us off.
Who are you giving your rose to?
I
Whose
am-
stem are you cutting?
I am giving my rose to Noah because he's going to get so much crap next week, and he was an innocent bystander. Like he just did what he was supposed to do, and
Yeah.
that's it. Sorry, Rhea.
I'd actually like to go back and
I
give
have a-
my rose to Noah.
No!
I'd also actually like to give my rose
yeah,
to Noah.
I'd like to rewind and give mine to
My
Noah.
rose is for Noah
The-
as
the-
well.
Sorry, Wells.
The stem I'm cutting is Chris Harrison's
Wow.
because
Cut
You-
this out, Noah. Cut this
Be
out.
careful what you say
First-
next because you may not be allowed in this
I,
building.
Yes, he-
I love
first
Chris Harrison,
appearance?
but when Ed came up to him and was on my
Doo-doo.
shoulders, he should have been like, "Bro, get in there."
Yeah, okay. It should have been like a
True.
coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
Get in there.
Okay.
Like,
Fair.
this
Tough it
is
out.
your time to
Fair.
put it to the test.
Right. He should have said like, "You're contractually obligated to
Yeah.
enter the ring, sir." Like, just
Yeah.
make something up.
Your paycheck depends on it.
Yep.
A little bit.
So that's it.
All right.
Who are you
Rhea?
going to give your rose to, Rhea?
I'm gonna give mine to Noah, and I'm gonna stick by that
Oh.
because
Noah?
I have a better
Should I
reasoning.
give my rose to Noah?
I'm giving mine to Noah because I think he looks fantastic without the mustache. I think he has a great personality. I think he's going far. I put him in my top 3, so I need to stand behind him. So he's getting the rose from me, and I think that all the other guys are jealous of him, and I'm gonna root for that person because, yeah. And moving on, I'm gonna cut the friends of Chasen who gave him the nickname Wolverine.
Yes, that's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Good,
yes.
Fuck those friends.
They got to be better.
All right, I am giving my nose.
You guys have potatoes every day.
No. Rose
Noah.
to Noah. No,
Noah,
I'm
our
not giving my
producer.
rose to
Do
yes,
it.
to Noah, our producer. No. No, but actually, shout out
I
Noah. He
would-
does a great job.
Yeah.
I would give my rose to Noah.
Okay,
Yeah, let's all
I am
change
gonna
it.
give my rose to, I think, Bennett. Because he's giving us some much needed comedic relief
For
that
sure.
we're like not
Very much
getting
so.
from the other guys. Like, the other guys, I respect, very serious. They're there for Tasha, but we're not really getting any jokes. He's the only one kind of cracking jokes, and I appreciate that because you got to have a laugh sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are a little too serious. And then I'm cutting Chasen. I can't with the, and it came down to this.
Somebody had to do it.
Yeah,
Somebody had
It
to.
wasn't
Thank
even
you
the
for
smoke show
taking that.
thing. It was the multiple muy calientes that did it
bonito.
for me.
It's just
And then
too
straight
much.
up saying to Tasha's face, muy bonita. Like it's like, oh, Tasha's muy caliente. Like,
yeah.
no,
All right, Chasen.
don't ever do that
Your
again.
name's Chasen.
Don't stop saying that. Like, you could, if you want to do it, say it in English. You don't, like, you look like an idiot.
Yeah, so you look really
It's weird
stupid
he
right
can
now.
say smoke show, but then when he has to call a girl pretty, it has to be in a different language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Trying
he
way
thought
too
that
hard.
was more of a
He's
compliment.
trying too hard. That's
have-
the thing, is he's trying too hard. He's trying to show off a little bit. We see you, Chasen, and we reject it. to be
Yeah.
I have to take back my stem, actually. I have a different stem.
Wow.
to cut. I'll
shit,
cut
okay.
another
You
one.
could just
I
cut another one.
two.
Cut
Just
another
go through
one.
the
Yeah,
garden
cut-
and start cutting
Go
heads off.
ahead, yeah.
I
Seriously.
am going to come after the Chicks in the Office fan base.
What the?
Chris
Oh
Harrison
my
and
I'm going
God.
after the Chicks in
Get
the Office
off the
fan
damn
base.
show.
Are you kidding?
Because you have not received a Venmo from Dylan or Hannah yet. And I will not live it down until Dylan and Hannah pay you. So Chicks in the Office people, get your pitchforks, get the fires. We're going to San
But I will
Diego.
say-
I don't know what camera I'm looking at. I'm looking at your camera. I should be looking here. Go to
That
San
one.
Diego. We're coming for Dylan. Go to Twitter. Come for Dylan.
No, see, this is the thing now. Chicks in
No.
the Office fans have been Venmoing me.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are sweet. My Venmo is Tyler.
No, it's sad because it's not even Dylan. It's our fans who feel bad and have sent like
Me
we
money?
don't want
I
that.
don't want that money.
So
you guys
you know what
keep
you
your
do?
money.
You do something to give back to the fans. We take that money, we do
Yeah,
something fun.
that's a
Okay,
good
it's a
idea.
total of $6.
It's a good
Okay.
idea.
$6
Yes,
goes a
on
long
our
way.
on our podcast this week we
got-
did reveal a story about. Well, if you're gonna have to listen to the podcast to know it. But look, Dylan posted on his Instagram story. They just bought a house. Like maybe we contributed.
We did.
We
contribute.
helped.
I bet
claimed
you
that bought us
did.
new
This
couch.
was like our housewarming gift for them.
Now you
Yeah.
can
And we
hold it
don't
over their
have-
heads
now we
forever.
don't
Like,
need to buy
congrats
them
on the
a house.
house.
You guys
Yeah.
at least have a free place to stay.
Right, you'll never
Yeah,
have to pay
true.
for a hotel in San Diego
Did we
ever again.
say the price? On the
We don't need to
podcast?
talk about
No,
it.
we
I
don't.
don't
But
think
did
so.
we? I can't remember.
No, I don't think we did.
I don't
We
know.
need $900.
No,
No,
that's a
it
crazy
wasn't
amount.
$900.
All
Who
right.
would ever Venmo Dylan
We
that amount?
we
Who would
are
do it?
talking for way too long. This is the end of our show. I was taking my notes like I wrote a lot on here.
Yeah.
You were four
Yeah.
You're
things.
like Jimmy Fallon, like, all right.
Yes, I got
this is
to
the end.
go.
Okay.
Laughing at everything.
Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you, Tyler, for coming
Thank you,
on.
Tyler.
Cutting
thanks for coming
stems.
by.
We
Bless
appreciate
his soul and his hand.
We
and his-
appreciate
I went
you
back and
very
listened to
much.
that. That was a weird moment on the
Wait,
podcast.
did it freak you out?
Of course.
Things got things got weird. Okay.
Strange.
That
super
is that
strange.
wraps it up. I'm ending the show.
Okay.
We can
Yes,
talk
please
amongst
do.
ourselves
Please end
after.
it.
Okay.
Go to owensmixers.com, code Barcel15 for 15% off. We're drinking every week, so get your Owens mixers so you can drink with us. So cheers, thanks to Owens Mixers.
Cheers, cheers.
We didn't get Tyler's
Sorry.
on time.
Sorry.
6 friends I got.
And that's the end of our show, everyone.
See you next week.